Well, after just a minor kind of little bit of a scrape, if you will, we did manage to make it out of Gibraltar, but the British just don't want me to leave because they're sending us a nice hearty helping of convoy goodness. Yeah, this isn't exactly the ideal place to hunt a convoy, and it's also not the ideal conditions. It is clear, the seas are relatively calm, but I do think I'm going to take a peek at it, just because I can't help myself. So I'm going to try to catch up with it, and once I do, I will resume the recording. Okay, we're about to go into our turn here, and I figure that's a good place for us to dive. I don't hear anything. Ah, there we go. So, 2 merchants, and it's saying large convoy, so I'm expecting we'll get quite a few. I'm really mostly worried about what kind of warships we run into. And, in fact, I think I'm going to turn us south, just because that'll give us a little bit more room to maneuver. And there's a warship, okay. So that's 1. I haven't heard anything else just yet. And they are heading roughly east, so this is probably the right course for me to take. Now, is that the same warship, or is that a new one? See, that's the problem with the whole sound contact system, regardless of if you use this Japanese fan thing, or whether you just rely on the game's notifications. The only way to really determine what you're hearing is to go and listen manually. Where were they relative to us? Like 90 degrees? Like, we're hearing all kinds of noise over here. You guys probably can't hear it, but that's really the only way of singling out targets, and in a convoy that's not feasible. I just am not as skilled as my sound guy to be able to differentiate between all these different targets. And of course that's sort of reflected in how this system works, just because there's just this big mass of lines. So it would just be nice though if there was a way of giving a little bit more sophisticated individual tracking to convoy targets, but probably wasn't very easy for an actual U-boat captain to do, so what am I complaining about? And I think that they're heading actually a little bit more east-northeast, because that is probably the lead there. So I'm going to go west now. And once yeah, that's probably fine. We're going to go just slightly west of north. And see what we run into here. Maybe even a little bit more west. There we go. So there's the escort, and we should slow down so that he doesn't hear us thumping around under the water. And he's doubling back, doing some kind of anti-submarine maneuver maybe. Might have possibly hurt us a little bit, but now he's going back, so he's resuming his sweep. That's good. We are quite close to everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look. Should be stuff directly ahead of us, actually. Maybe not. Probably off to our left. There's the destroyer. And what do we have? Large merchant, that's nice. Some small cargo that I don't care about. And it looks like that's all we can really see right now, so I'm just going to try and inch us a little bit closer here. Alright, I've brought us a little bit closer. Maybe too close now, but only one way to find out. So that's the escort. It's a small cargo, small passenger, large merchant. That's an obvious target. Another large merchant. And a coastal freighter, or a tramp steamer rather. I'm not seeing anything else that's too juicy in here. These 2 large merchants are pretty good though. I'm definitely happy to take a shot at them, so I believe that's what I will do. I think I will shoot 2 at each of them. There's something off in the distance there that's possibly like a Granville or something. I can't tell. But yeah, these 2 are definitely going to get the bulk of my attention, so I'm going to stop us because your speed rating or reading is going to be negatively impacted in terms of its accuracy if you're moving. Simply because if you're moving, it changes how this guy is appearing to move across your crosshairs. So let's go ahead and mark him in, and while we're at it, mark him in. Oops, didn't need to do that. Just double checking to make sure that's all that's really interesting. Okay. See if we can range him out. We're not locked. Try that again. You kind of just have to glimpse it, you know? You can't ever really be absolutely sure that you're getting the right reading, I've found. Something like that, maybe? Sure. Now, as you'll recall, the speed reading that we got from our radio report could be entirely wrong at this point. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. And speed it up just a touch. Oops. 3 knots is very slow. I don't think that that's probably how fast they're going, though. I might increase that up to 4 because it's possible that they're going 3. I've seen it, but 4 is generally the slowest that they ever go. So I think I will manually kind of notch that up. Well, it says 4 here, so I'm going to leave that as it is. We'll fire 2 impact pistols, and tell you what, we'll launch one at 4 and one at 5, just to be on the safe side here. What's the draft on that? It's like 9 meters. That's probably fine. We'll just do this. Oh, it was my dog's excited for some reason. Alright, firing number 2. That's away. Here, hang on a second. Cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war. Let them be slipped outside so that they stop barking. Anyways, large merchant. Range. Range? Maybe. Okay, fine, whatever. Plug that in. Fire that. And then tweak that up again for the next one. Right? There we go. Okay, now let's see if the destroyer is peeking our way. No. Excellent. Let's go. Alright, so since these are Type 2s, I'm not going to be able to see them on the surface at all, so these could just be horrible, horrible misses, but let's go to this. We've got a chance on these, I don't know. One thing about it, too, is like I've said before, even if you do miss in a convoy, you have a chance of hitting something else. Oh! Is that going to hit? It's going to be close. Yeah, it's a hit. Why did it go away? Did that bounce off? What's the deal? Okay, well that one was a hit. I don't know if that other one that we saw was a hit. So I think that was intended for... Well, it could have been for this one, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Let's look at the TDC here. Oh, okay, so there is one that's just dead. That's not good. So one of them is dead, one of them hit. Where's the... We've got another one still running. No, 2 of them are dead. and another one is still running. So that's the Type 2 in action, frankly. It is pretty hilariously unreliable, I've got to say. They will tend to just kind of bounce off harmlessly in some cases. Other times they don't go where you expect them to go. So yeah. It's just the result that you get sometimes. But we do have one good hit that we've registered. And I think that's probably all I'm going to shoot at this. Let's just peek around and see if there's anything that was interesting in here. Not particularly. Whoop, something exploded. What the hell is that? Could have just been on board this boat here, I suppose. Well, it was kind of uneventful. It was a pretty run-of-the-mill attack, I suppose. I'm just going to keep trying to sail away, and if we can, I might launch another attack on this one here. But for now, I'm going to just mostly focus on trying to get out of here. Well, it looks like this one is going down. So of our 4 torpedoes that we launched, we had 1 impact, 2 that either deflected or just went dead, and then a 4th one that was just a honest miss. So that wasn't terribly successful. I mean, that's basically the Type 2 for you, though. They're just not reliable. But right now we are going deep. I haven't heard the destroyer. I'm trying not to look at it on my free camera here, just because that's cheating. It's naughty. But hopefully the only sound they'll hear is our silence. That's the first Hunt for Red October joke I've made, I think. I'm actually pretty impressed that I went that long. Nothing else that was very interesting in this convoy, it looks like. I am going to just leave them alone for now, but the only type of ship that we really haven't seen too much of is... Oh, that's the destroyer over there. Forget about it. It's not there. La 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 la. There's a large merchant there. We did, I think, somewhere in here see an Empire freighter. I think... Is it this one? Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, 1 out of 4 isn't a very good ratio. But for now, we're just going to focus on trying to get out of here and see if we can't make it to our grid. Because at this point, I don't really want to launch another attack. We have a total of 6 torpedoes left. So that should be enough for us to cause some mayhem out in the open ocean here. But for now, we're just going to avoid getting depth charged, hopefully. Delightful! The surface is clear. We let them pass us by. And so I'm surfacing. So that was a successful attack, sort of, if you consider 1 for 4 successful. But hopefully our prospects will improve as we head west. So I'm just going to have us run that way. I'm also going to reload torpedoes in the front, and I don't know if it's really worth it to bring in the external. I think I will. Well, wait a minute, where are we? No, I won't, because we're still right in the middle of the strait, so that's a bad idea. Not going to do that. We're going to wait until we're at least right around here, maybe, to load an external reserve if we want to do that. But for now, I'm just going to load what we've got inside. Well, we are still leaving the strait, and we've sighted that ship. Let's see what kind it is. It's a coastal merchant, I believe. Do I want to sink anything here? Yeah. Why not? Probably British. It's operating unlit. Let's get a little closer. Wind is pretty rough. Still haven't loaded our external reserves like I was saying we might, but I think I'm going to sink something and then load those up. I don't want to shoot a torpedo at a target like this, though. It's much too small to warrant that. So, let's see. Let's get our deck gun crew ready. Same old drill. We haven't used it yet, actually. We've managed to sink about 46,000 tons of cargo. We haven't even used the deck gun. Surprise, surprise. I'm gonna let my men do this one.
Jawohl, Herr
Oh, I
Kaloin.
didn't mean that.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Auf Wasserlinie zielen. Feuer frei.
There we are. Where is he? And fail. And probably another fail. You have to wonder what the crew of that ship thinks is going on. Like, how can they not hear the explosion of my deck gun? And how can they not hear the impacts of the shells on the water? I don't understand how there's not, like, a spotlight going already. But they're stupid, and that works out in my favor. Hey, alright. That was a terrible shot. I just hate seeing my men squander ammo like that. Although I keep saying that, and then I'll try and take it over for myself, and I always fuck it up, so I really can't win. That one was a very near miss. Just let time compression do its thing here. Now it hit the mast. It was way overshot. You guys are terrible. And hit the mast again. God. My kingdom for a gunner. This is getting ridiculous. I do think I'm going to pick up a gunner. Whoa. There's that crappy tie-dye looking explosion that these sometimes have. When I'm in port next, I do think I'm going to pick up a gunner because this is ridiculous. Alright. You guys have had it. You had your chance. It's time for Daddy to take over. And I wonder if it's going to do that drifting thing. Why are you shining the light now? When you're like in flames. I don't understand how this works. There we are. Yep, you're pretty much on fire there, sir. You should probably abandon your ship. Just quit. Alt F4. Come on. Break in half. I didn't even check to see if this was a neutral or a British ship. Now that I think about it, I don't care. Who gives a shit? Probably is a British ship, given its area, but you do lose a small amount of renown if you kill a neutral ship. It depends on what type of neutral ship. Like, if this was a Spanish ship, I imagine we'd lose quite a bit of renown. But I don't think it's a Spanish ship, so we're probably in the clear. That was a good shot, if I do say so myself. Trying to get the aft quarter there a little bit, because I feel like we haven't hit it there very much. Pretty good shot. Or not. Hit it up. Wow. Oh my god, this is not as easy as it looks, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, bring that down a bit. I think after I hit it a couple more times, I'm gonna let it go. That was awful. I think it's close enough that I don't need to zoom in so much. Damn it all. Definitely need to get a gunner, because this is just stupid. This is a stupid waste of ordnance. Oh, for crying out loud, let's just go. I've had it. I admit it, I'm bad at this. Let's take a look at him. Were we heading west anyways? I don't remember. Stop whispering. He can't hear us. It doesn't matter. Alright, he's just burning. Let's see. Are you gonna sink for me? You gonna sink? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Alright, well I'm gonna give him some time to think about what he's done. Actually, that took I think it might have started sinking as soon as I pushed the button, and I just started it up again, and it is sinking. Wonderful news. So, 2,000 tons, who cares, but it all counts, so... Jesus, these things just burn. It's incredible. I can't believe how much fire they put out for how small they are, but whatever, we'll take it. 2,000 tons is 2,000 tons. Well, this is bad timing. Go away. What? Alright, let's see. There we go. Good grief. So I'm in the middle of reloading my forward reserve, and I've got some chucklehead merchant here. Ooh. Interesting. That's an interesting little ship to come into sights here. I think it's French. Can't tell quite for sure based on the flag. It does look like it's probably French though, so I'm going to turn us towards it, and I'm going to try using an aft tube. Might do this on the surface, just because I don't want to bother with having my men restart the torpedo loading. No, we're going to proceed at that same speed. I was going to slow us down, but that's not a good idea. Oh, so they think that we're sighted. When they crouch like that, that usually means that the ship is close enough to see us, which isn't good. I'm going to slow us down now. Just so that we don't put too much distance between us. And we're gonna stop now. He could be zigzagging at this point, I'm not really sure. That is definitely a French ship, too. All aboard the French ship! Okay, so that will be a large merchant. Lock that in, range him out. Do the hokey pokey. The rangy wangy. The Watusi. Sure. And let's give him a speed. And he's turning towards us and zigzagging, so he sees us. So I'm just going to give it an extended read here and see what it says. Yeah, right. I don't think so. Let's manually put it in as 4. This is probably going to fail. It gets a little bit loppy-jawed when you have a ship like that that's zigzagging. Yeah, I don't think that that's right. I don't think the range is right either. Let's see what it says now. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Let's give it 5 and see what it does. Maybe 6. Alright, whatever. Might as well just shoot one off and we'll take it with the deck kind of if it really comes down to it. We'll shadow it a bit, I guess. See if it hits. Probably won't, because that was kind of a lame-ass shot. Funny thing is that actually U-boats tended to take their shots on the surface. We've been taking them primarily underwater, just for safety's sake, but in reality they tended to shoot... Ooh, I think he's gonna just barely miss it. Yep. Shit. Oh well. You know what that means. Another god-awful deck gun attack. I hate doing these just because I know that they're so boring to watch, and frankly for me they're kind of boring to do, so... It's a big ship too. I don't think that this is not gonna go quickly. Let's just go ahead and have him open up on him. Oh. No, go ahead. Go hog wild, I don't care. Where is he? There he is. Oh yeah, we're still loading up torpedoes, aren't we? Yeah, we've got a half hour. This is kind of crappy. Well, this is going to be a completely inept attack. Let's see if we can even hit him. That could hit. If the range is right. Yeah, good job, you guys. You win a cookie. I'm in the exact same spot. That is horrible. That's also horrible. Oh my god, we need a gunner so badly. Oh, there goes some life rafts. Yeah, just abandon the ship and leave. Just sink. See, if I accelerate it too fast, I can't see if they're hitting at all, so... Ugh. Starting to get closer to them, though. Maybe I'll resort to using the flat gun again. I can't believe that worked, honestly. I don't think it was the thing that ultimately caused it to sink. I was just being facetious when I said that before, but... Is he gonna try to ram us? You cheeky monkey. You big silly man. Oh, hey, alright. We sunk it already. That wasn't bad. Although we did have to use about 50 rounds to do it. But that is 10,000 tons. Yippee-ki-yay. Alright, well let's just get going again. So I'm tired of deck gun attacks. I like using the torpedoes, but these stupid Type 2s are not reliable, and I'm also incompetent. So, all things considered, it's a bad combination. Let's just get going and try and get to our grid.